CMF is back with a couple of new earphones, and if you didn't hear the buzz around these, that's probably because it got canceled out. Nothing, no acknowledgement, that's fine. That's right, friends, both of these earphones feature active noise cancellation, which is a pretty attractive feature at this price point, assuming that it works well. But the price point really is a major conversation around these earphones because it's only about $10 different between the two of them. So on the Buds 2, you get an 11mm driver versus 12mm on the Buds 2 Plus. You get slightly better battery life and slightly better ANC, but both of them have pretty much the same laundry list of features, including things like AI-assisted environmental noise reduction, what they're calling their clear voice technology 3.0, and wind noise reduction 3.0. They even look almost the same. So here's the Buds 2, here's the Buds 2 Plus. Now I'm gonna do a little trick, okay? Keep your eye on the Buds 2 Plus. Okay, they're different colors, pretty easy to tell which one's which, but let's take a closer look. Both feature a little plastic dial in the corner that exposes the holes for your wrist strap or doesn't, and it doesn't do much other than that. Both feature USB-C charging. No wireless charging though, unfortunately, for the battery case. And both contain their various buds. There are a couple features that are beneath the surface though. The Plus features LDAC and high-res audio certification, as well as the ability to personalize the sound profile based on your hearing. So we'll have to give that a shot. At least theoretically, it should sound better to you. Though it is worth noting that even without that, the Pluses did track a little bit better across our audio testing. All right, why don't we just give these a quick, test fit, shall we? I couldn't help noticing, I don't see any other ear tips in the package. Did I miss? Yes, I did. There we go. Ear tips small and large. Wow, the mediums actually seem like a pretty decent seal for me, which I did not expect. Usually I like a small ear tip, but I also usually kind of jam earphones as far into my ear as I can get them because I like a really nice deep seal, and these just don't go in that far. They pretty much straight up ripped off the shape of your typical Apple AirPods. Like, dude, that is, that looks just like an AirPod, doesn't it? We've got a microphone here, another microphone here, what appears to be a third microphone port here. That's for a total of 6. That's gonna help with active noise cancellation, as well as ambient noise rejection when you're using the mic. In our testing, we found that other than typical Bluetooth compression artifacts, the mic quality on these was actually quite strong. All right, what's my pairing process look like? I'm gonna stick with the medium tips. Medium tips. Decent isolation though, considering they don't go that deep. And when I say isolation, I don't mean like active noise cancellation, which I don't think is enabled right now. Nice magnets on the charging case. Nothing claims 13.5 or 14 hours for the 2 and the 2 Plus respectively, if you have active noise canceling disabled. And then obviously quite a lot more once you factor in the battery in here. Let's go ahead and put these in pairing mode. Nice little LED here. Okay, Buds 2. Let's go, Buds. Get it? Hey, while we're waiting, why don't we tell you about our sponsor?
Thanks to Vessi for sponsoring this video. The sun might be coming around more these days, but that doesn't mean it can't take a turn for the worse. Rain or shine, having a pair of Vessis on your feet mean you'll be prepared for the weather and look pretty darn good while doing it too. Their weekend sneakers are great for just about any occasion with their Dymatex material designed to keep moisture out while remaining breathable and comfy. Pick up a pair today at vessi.com/shortcircuit and get an instant 15% off your first purchase at the checkout.
I was right, noise cancellation was off. The isolation on these is pretty decent. The question is, can I tell? Oh, yes, I can tell the difference. And very little perceptible pressure effect. How much are these? These are 60 bucks? I was not expecting them to be this good. I don't love the form factor, but now we're getting into the kinds of complaints that I have if I'm like seriously thinking of switching to something. Like they're a little on the bulkier side compared to my AirPods Pros. I really like the way these, slide in and out of the pocket. Okay, so here's a quick size comparison. Man, they really did just straight up rip off this shape. I'm sorry, but there is no other word for that. It really does look like they just 3D scanned it. Typically I like maximum noise cancellation because I'm a pretty distractible fella. As for our spatial audio, we've got a couple of different options here. Oh no, the options are spatial audio or off. Generally, I'm not that into it. I keep it off on my AirPods, but I think a lot of that is just the fact that I am very used to the IEM sounds like it's coming from inside your skull experience, and I'm a creature of habit. So we'll give it a shot, but not yet. Ultra bass. Okay, this is interesting. It's got 5 different levels, and from what we found, you don't really need any of them, particularly with the Buds. If you have a look at the frequency response curves here, the Buds 2 and the Buds 2 Plus, both are already heavy on the bass, but from what I understand, though I'm about to test them, it's a quality bass, not a muddy, boomy, rattling around inside the casing bass. So let's leave this as is, and let's fire something up here. That is a lot of bass. I'm pretty sure he's rapping in the background. I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure he is. It's not that they're lacking in the mids, it's just that that is a hell of a lot of bass. Now, it's worth noting that ultra bass is not really an EQ. It's more that it takes music that doesn't have enough bass and adds it. So Sam from the lab recommended that I try like some 70s rock or something to see if I like the feature better. I definitely don't need it on this. It is reasonably tight though. I gotta give it that. I mean, this is no original Beats by Dre, just like disgusting muddy mess. If you just really like bass, it's like sitting right next to your subwoofer. And these are the worst sounding of the two, supposedly. Both of them have an ear tip fit test, so let's go ahead and try that one for the Buds 2 Plus here, because I think this is gonna be the more compelling option for just another 10 bucks. If it's that, but $10 more worth, I'm ready to be pretty impressed right now. Hey, set up our gesture control. This is present on both of them, by the way. Ooh, ear tip fit test, here we go. Okay. Please put in both earbuds and try again. Yes, sir. That was it. Even with the slightly brighter highs, I still like this one better, but I don't even know if I like it $10 better. They're pretty darn close. And I would say of both of them, that this is an outstanding value little package here. These sound better. Definitely $10 better. But do they sound 20% better? I hate that they're white though. Are these available in another color? There's a blue one. Okay, good. Because white things that you stick in your ear, pet peeve. I'm sure that Apple does it on purpose so that you're gonna feel like you have to replace them even though they still work perfectly good because they look so disgusting. But we're not quite done with the value these have to offer because while we're actually missing the EQ setting that I actually like best on the two, what was it? Dirac Optio, there we go. What we have is the ability to set a personal sound profile. So this should compensate for any personal hearing loss. It's crazy because you start hearing like phantom beeps. I know it's not even testing this ear, but I like hear a little bit of a thing. It's adjusted the audio for more depth, clarity, and richness. I should check my wallet. Do I have more richness? No, I don't. You definitely still gotta be a bit of a bass head. If you don't like bass, then
toggle, let's see if you like the change.
Sure, I'm gonna toggle it. I'm pretty sure I like the change, but side by side is the only way you can tell. It's amazing what you can get used to. And then everything else will sound trash to you. Immediate, yeah, no. I want the personal, okay, you know what, no, I'll let it go for longer, I'll let it go for longer. I like them. I take the pluses. And I didn't even talk about quick charge yet. A 10-minute charge on each of these gives you 7.5 and 8.5 hours respectively on the non-plus and on the plus. Of course, that's out of the box, and if they're anything like my AirPods Pro 2s, then that'll be less in time. But you know what's not less in time is your subscription to ShortCircuit. You want that to be more over time. Just keep subscribing. If you wanna really get into the testing details on these, by the way, check out lttlabs.com. We should have a write-up on them coming in the future.